Oh, right. Sorry, Vicky. Wasn't looking. Okay, sorry. Okay. What's your SP's initial? Vicky, what's his initial, my lovely? Or star sign? Vicky, can you hear me, lovely? You still there? Vicky, you still there, my lovely? Okay, she might have gone. So, okay, Vicky, if you're listening back to this, if you've gone out of the chat and you're not watching this live, then I needed your specific person's initial or star sign. So, as I don't have that, you're just going to have to go with what comes out, because it's not going to be very... I can't link him with his energy when I don't have some kind of link. Oh, DB, good, because I was having trouble getting through. It was too vague, that's why it was taking so long. Okay, Vicky. It's kind of a bittersweet thing here for you, Vicky. He thinks you're being selfish for pulling the plug. He still believes in the connection. He still believes in that this isn't over. But I feel that he thought that you were too sort of clingy in some way, attachment, or he was too clingy to you. One of you was too clingy. It's in his energy. It's his feelings here. So it may be that you thought he was being selfish. So, either way, he's not very happy about it. He still believes in it. However, Spirit is saying that this wasn't a very solid relationship between you. There were a lot of insecurities, a lot of up and down periods here. And Spirit is saying, if you want your 10 of Pentacles with him, if you want your happy ending with him, then things need to be more secure. Here, you have to think about what you want. Now, he is thinking about you a lot. And there may be trust issues as a trust card has come out. But it's also saying the situation is calling for you to have faith. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Now we have father, so I don't know if you think he's very much like his father. I don't know if he, is the father of your children. He may have his own children. Perhaps that was part of the problem. But we've got father come out, so take it as it resonates when that card comes out. It can be a number of things. So in his energy, either, you thought he was being selfish. He thinks you're being selfish. There's this attachment somewhere as well. He still believes in the connection, but Spirit is saying, my lovelies, if you don't, sort out why he triggers you, what thoughts you've got in place about him, if you think he's the one that's got to change, it ain't going to happen. So it is up to you. You can either walk away or start changing how you work on why you're triggered. Why do you retaliate? It comes down to self-concept. When you've got a level of self-concept, you don't get triggered because you know who you are. I know I'm good enough. I know I'm first best and people always treat me nicely and I'm loved and adored by my person. So you don't get triggered because there's no need to, because you know who you are. But when you've got your own sort of fears, doubts, insecurities, and somebody says something to you and you bite back, it's because of your own self-concept. There's no one to change but self. You can wag your finger, you can argue, you can break up with this man as many times as you want, but he's not going to change. Even if he says, I'm sorry, and you get back together again, you haven't changed your thoughts about him. So say he's a womanizer, for instance. Okay, I'm using that as an example. He's a womanizer, okay? You have an argument. You say, look, you're always talking to other women. I can't trust you, so that's it. We're over. Okay? Then he comes back, look, I'm really, really sorry, Vicky. I promise I won't look at any other women again and that. And you're okay for a little while. But then you see him take one look at something or he's looking on his phone and that. And you instantly go back to being triggered. You're looking at somebody, or in your mind, I bet he's talking to somebody. I bet he's looking at another woman. And he will have to conform to the part you've given him. So unless you work on why you're triggered by him, why you reacted to him, what did he do that was disrespectful? Is it an old story? Is it because other men have treated you that way? Is it from something from, seeing your parents do? What is it that triggered you to dump him? Because Spirit is saying, until you change within, your outside world and the other people in it are a mirror of you. And you can't smash the mirror hoping to change your reflection, because you're just looking at another mirror and your reflection is the same. So when you become the change, your reflection will change. Others will treat you differently. So my other channel sums it all up, basically. So how's he feeling? Not very happy about it. He still thinks there's hope in this connection. You've had a very rough connection, okay, and there needs to be more security in this. Yeah, he was very selfish. But why? Because your thoughts create that. So what were you thinking to make him act the part that you gave him of being selfish? Everyone is you pushed out. There's no one to change but self. When you become the change, when you change your thoughts about how you think and feel about him, that he's a loving, doting, attentive boyfriend who showers you with his love and affection all the time, you will see a change in him. If you can't be asked with that, walk away. Okay, Morel and Morel. Manifest more contact with S. What are his current feelings about me? Well done, Morel. Okay. My lovely, if that's your views on it, just leave it. He's not going to change until you change your thoughts about him. That's why I've got another channel in the description box saying your thoughts create. If you think he's selfish, he's going to remain selfish for the rest of the time that you know him. So that's the label you've given him. That's the part he will continue to reflect back to you. Hello, Tanya, my lovely. Thank you for popping in. Right, Morel, my lovely. Yes, he definitely thinks about you all the time. You're on his thoughts all day long. You know, he definitely is appreciating you more and, you know, getting more balance here within himself. So things becoming more stable between you and in his energy. You know, you're feeling like you've hit the jackpot more because you're getting more from him than you did before by manifesting that, okay? But you have to see it as a new love. You can't manifest if you're still have any old story. You're lining up with the version of you and him that is the best version of each other. Okay, so, you know, if he was always like you're manifesting more communication, but then the next time you send a text and it takes him a day or two to reply, you can't go back into the old story. Oh, I knew it. He never replies. He always makes me second best. I'm never a priority. You have to keep thinking, no, I'm a priority. I'm all he thinks about all day long. He loves hearing from me. He loves talking to me. We have such good communication between us. You have to keep it going. Okay, and Spirit is saying, so don't get caught up in your old, you know, don't get caught up in old emotions, because your cup really can overflow here with the love for each other. You know, you free yourself from the past story, create him how you want him to be in your mind, and he will act accordingly. Okay, so I hope that makes more sense. See it as a new, not the old. Because if you keep thinking of the old version of him, he will go back to the old version. If that makes sense. And trust as well. But he's definitely thinking about you all the time, appreciating you, you know, feeling more settled in this connection. Feeling happier between you, my lovely. Aurelia, who are you in here? That's not Aurelia. This is your reading next between you and G. Let's have a sip of tea first. Hello, Aurelia. Right, let's do yours and G. Okay, my lovely. Now, there's some healing that still needs to be done here, Aura. Woo. So let me go through it in a minute. Right, okay. He is, you know, you are in this no contact. And he does think about you. He does have a lot of emotions for you, and he does want to contact you. However, there's still some healing that he is going through, as well as you here, which Spirit's advice is giving you here. Now, we've got two patient cards here. Temperance, having to be patient, go with the flow. Okay, and we still have the Three of Swords, and we have sort of his perhaps behavior to you. He was quite, you know, strong-willed. He was quite outspoken, may have been very argumentative before you went into contact. But Spirit is saying you're still focusing more on the old story, the old version of him, than the version that you would like to be showered with love, affection, and appreciation. Okay, so Spirit is saying you need to be more balanced within yourself here, and you're going to have to be patient, because at the moment your energy is not in the energy of we're in a happy relationship. You're still focusing on the lack energy and the chaser energy, hence the fact you're asking, you know, is there going to be a reconciliation? So Spirit is saying you need to put yourself on your pedestal. So 80% of your thoughts through the day should be on you, knowing that you're good enough, knowing that you're first best, knowing that he's your person if you want him, you know, working on self-concept and seeing him how you would if you were in a loving relationship, rather than the old story and the lack and he's not here. When's he coming back? Okay. And take him off your pedestal. Make the effort. Great love is worth making the effort. Okay, great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take, and Spirit is guiding you that if you want to see him making the effort, you have to make the effort in shifting your energy. The scales are balanced in your favor. Okay, so focus on your happy ending, your beautiful 10 of Cups. Focus on you already. How would you feel if you were already in that relationship? How would you feel? You have to get into the feeling state. If you're going over the feelings of he's ghosted me, we're in no contact, this is shit, I can't live my life till he's back in it, when he comes back I'll feel better and I'll feel loved and I'll feel good, that's all the wrong energy that is keeping him away from you. So yes, he does think about you, he's got feelings for you, there still needs to be some healing in the energy between the two of you. He can't do it all because he's just a reflection of you. Okay, so if you're holding on to any of the old story, it is what is stopping him coming forward. And even if he did come forward, he'll trigger the fuck out of you. You'll break up again. So take him off your pedestal. Focus your percentage of your thoughts on you. When you think about him, think of him in a loving way. Bring loving energy into this connection, and then you'll have your favorable outcome. You can have him. It's just that your energy is in the wrong energy. It's in the lack energy. But it's worth waiting for. If you want him, it's worth waiting for. Your heart will tell you what it wants. As I said on my Instagram live that I've just done, you can watch or get 1 million tarot readings for 5 years telling you that you love each other. But until you become the change and change how you think and feel about yourself, I am good enough, I am worthy enough, I'm deserving, I'm stable, I'm secure within myself, I'm confident, I'm positive, I'm first best, I'm always chosen. Okay, I'm lovable, I'm loved. Until you work on yourself Until you work on changing your thoughts about your person, if you are still thinking your person is an arse, they're lazy, they're a womanizer, they are a liar, a cheater, they're disrespectful, then they're going to carry on being that. So you have to change how you think and feel about yourself, how you think and feel about them, and how you want them to think and feel about you. If you do not change, you're not going to see the changes you want. Even if they come back, it will fall apart again. It will go back to the old cycle because you haven't shifted your energy. So again, for all of you that have been getting tarot readings for weeks and weeks and months and months and months, and you're not seeing any changes, a tarot reading is not going to change it. Okay? You've got to become the change. It's your thoughts that create and the feeling state that you dwell in. So if you're dwelling mainly in the feeling state of lack, he's not here, I miss him, he needs to make me feel happy, whole and complete. You know, all of those lower vibrational energy, or you're holding on to resentment, the old story, the anger, the frustration, the jealousy, the sorrow, it's in the wrong energy. That is not in the energy of a happy relationship. You know, if you're looking at yourself as more being single, ghosted, no contact, that is not living in the end of I'm in a happy relationship with my person. So shift your energy. You've got work to do here. Yes, he does have feelings for you. Yes, he does want to be with you, but your energy is repelling him from coming forward. So on days where you think I really love him, I really want to be with him, he's thinking I can't stop thinking about Aura. You know, why am I thinking about her? Why am I seeing girls like her? You know, why are things coming up to remind me of her? But then on the days when you're going, oh, fuck my life, he's not here, he's going, don't think I'll get in touch with her yet. Because we are done by energy. Think of times when your friend or your parents or somebody, you've been thinking about them and they call you and you're like, oh, just thinking about you. And likewise, we're all attached by energy. Right, Alice Bunny, what is your question? Oh, I think you've put that in here. So let me just skip back a minute. Hang on a minute. Right, Alice. Paid for 6 cards. I want to know, as I've been seeing his name everywhere, literally bombarded with it. Right, I'm Taurus. He is Cancer. Okay. Right, Alice, this is yours. Alice, is he with somebody else that you would know of, I mean? Doesn't matter, don't get triggered if he's not. It's just that I could read this as 2 ways and I'm not quite sure which way Spirit is bringing me yet. Not that I know of. It's fine. It's fine. Sometimes Spirit don't start talking to me till I pulled all the cards and other times they start straight away. So it was just that I could read this both ways. Okay, right. He is coming back towards you. Okay, he energetically, he wants to be with you. Okay, now there may be, the reason I asked is because this could be that there's a family situation that he would have to walk away from. But if there's not, then he wants to be with you. He finds you very beautiful and he's brokenhearted without you. Now, Spirit is saying with court case, again, that could have been if he had to walk away from somebody else. But if he doesn't, then don't worry about it. It's just like the Justice card, things being favourable between you. But you definitely have to see this as a new love. Okay, when he comes back, I don't know when he will come back, but he's on his way back energetically. It may take a couple of weeks. It may take a couple of months. It may take another year. Okay, when you're focusing on how and when, it's going to take longer because that's showing you you're in the lack energy. If you're looking for something, you're in the lack energy. That's not coming from the feeling state of it's going to happen, it's a done deal, it's happening. Okay, so when he comes back, you've got to look at it as a new love because it can't go into battles that happened before. Okay, he's, you know, it can't. So Spirit is saying if you're thinking that he's the one that's got to change, this for me is you're expecting somebody else to drive this motorbike to take you away from your problems. Okay, so if you're thinking he's the one that's got to change, he's the one that's got to do this, that and the other to prove himself to me, you're going to be disappointed because people only show up based on what we think and feel about them and what we think they think and feel about us. So yes, you know, he may have to, you know, go against his parents here. He does want to be with you. When you're seeing his name everywhere, nothing has a meaning until you give it a meaning. So when you see his name everywhere, that Spirit's sort of bringing into your awareness that the connection is still there. So from now on, when you see his name, start to get excited. Oh my God, that means he's coming back into my life. But you've got to change. You've got to work on your self-concept in the meantime so that when he does come back in, you can sustain and maintain the relationship. Because everybody thinks that people are separate from us and that what they're doing is against you. They're just acting the part you've given them, whether you unconsciously did it or you consciously did it. So what are your thoughts when you think about the relationship? It needs to be lined up to we're in a happy, healthy, blissful relationship. He treats me so well. He loves me so much. I love how he tells me every day how much he loves me. Okay, you've got to be in that energy, not the lack energy here. So yes, he does want to be with you. That's why you're seeing his name everywhere. Okay, it's Spirit showing you, you know, he can come back into your life, but don't expect him to be the one that changes and you don't. Your outside world is a reflection of you. Your thoughts, your feelings, and your spoken word. Okay, Lauren. Okay. Okay, Lauren. Spirit will never tell you what you can and can't do. So, well, he's feeling a little bit anxious today, but that may be because you're feeling anxious, because you're feeling anxious about contacting him. Now, he does think about you, okay? Now, we have 2 death cards here. So Spirit is saying things need to change, and I will tell you what that means in a minute. But pay attention to the red flags and ignore the 3D. So we do have a yes here, but I did see a no earlier and let him come towards you. So if you want to reach out to him, just send him literally happy birthday with a celebration mojo. Okay, emoji, nothing else. Okay, and then leave it. If you start to keep checking your phone, did he reply, did he reply, did he reply, and then he hasn't, and then you're like, oh well, fuck my life, you know, and start thinking the negatives, you're gonna spiral. Okay, so if you are in a place to just literally, Lauren, do happy birthday as if you would your friend, okay, a friend, a girlfriend, you know, happy birthday with a little, like the one with the little celebration hat on, blowing the, you know, the thing, then do that. But then leave it. Say, it's done. I'm fine. If he doesn't reply, that just shows me that I need to do more work on myself, okay, or whatever, okay. If you're going to get triggered when he doesn't reply, or if he does reply and it's not what you wanted to hear or not what you wanted, okay, then you have to, you know, say, what is this showing me that I need to change within myself? There's no one to change but self. Okay, I don't, angelic guidance, I don't read the cards as star signs, my lovely. So Spirit shows me them as pictures here. When I get the death cards, this is an ending. Things have to end the way things were, but the way that your old thoughts as well, okay? So I feel that he does want changes between you because he is thinking of you, but you need to pay attention to your negative. The red flags are your negative thoughts and reacting to the 3D. So it is entirely up to you, Lauren. Never look at what does this mean. Always look at it as what is this showing me? The work I need to do to change the story to what I do want to be seeing. And if he does reply, then you don't go into chaser energy. Oh my God, he's replied. That's it. The door's open. I'm going straight in. Oh my God, I miss you. I love you. I love you. And blah, blah, blah. And he's straight on your pedestal again. No. Okay. You're in full control. Do not chase. Okay, Sasha. tacky tack tack. Okay. Okay. Now, I don't want you to focus this on your birthday. Sasha, I'm not honing in on your birthday. I've just asked what's next between you. So keep calling in. You know, your happiness depends on you. She's calling to her happiness, what she wants. Okay, so keep doing what you're doing. Now, I've got two Hierophant cards here. Now, this card for me is commitment. This card for me is your beliefs. Okay, so keep calling to you what you believe so that you get what you want. Now, between you, there is hard work, toil and labor, healing family issues, and the beast. So I know that you say he's got somebody else. So it could be something in your family. Somebody says something, you don't like it, okay, and it sends you in a bit of a spiral. It may be that, you know, his partner says something or does something, and, you know, things seem like hard work between you. There is news coming, and it's about work. So, you know, it may be that something happens in his workplace. It may be something to do with your work, okay? But also keep putting the work in to get the news that you want here. So really committing now to what you do want. Remember, when you start to put your energy back on what does he think and feel about me, or he's doing this, that and the other, you've given your power away. So really come back to, no, this is what I want to be seen in my reality. This is what I'm getting. Okay? This is the part I'm giving him. This is what I expect to see. So those cards could relate to anything as what's going to be next. There could be a work issue come up. There could be something with his SP, something in your family here. Okay, but the main thing is carry on drawing to you, attracting to you what you want, what you believe in, so that you get the commitment that you want. Now, I'm not talking marriage commitment. I mean more commitment from him, as in more attentive and showing up more. Hello, Addison, my lovely. Okay, Linda, yours, my lovely. Okay, for you, Linda, I had to pull a clarifier because I got two cards that signify that you're in no contact. So I was starting to think, oh shit, is he, not, you know, you're not doing enough work to shift him yet. But Spirit said, with man holding a coin, then, he does want to offer you something here, emotional security. And, coming forward here. Now, I'm not saying it's yet, okay? He's en route energetically, okay? So when you're doing your work to shift your energy, you're working on your self-concept, you're first best, you're good enough, you're worthy enough, you're working through your triggers, you're working through your doubts, fears and insecurities, you're getting over the old story and creating the new story of what you do want to be seeing, okay? That is when they start to feel your energy shift. And they will start thinking about you more. Why can't I stop thinking about Linda today? Linda's on my mind all the time. Oh, I think I'll give Linda a call. Okay, it's not all in one day. This is over a couple of weeks. So when you're in the constant, it's done, I know he's mine, and you're in that feeling every day of we're in such a wonderful relationship, they will contact you quicker. The more you linger in the lack energy of how's it going to happen, when's it going to happen, he's not here, I'm still single, what's he thinking, what's he feeling about me, and you're going over the old story of what happened between you and you're having those little arguments in your head with him, that is causing the time delay. Okay, so Spirit is saying, he's the one, okay, you need to, things will end the way that they have been between you. And Spirit is guiding him back towards you here so that you can have your 10 of Pentacles. You can have your cup overflowing with all the happiness and joy that you want in this connection, but make sure you're not getting over emotional. Your emotions are in the right emotions and not the old emotions. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So keep going. Okay. The more you become natural every day and just say to yourself, when you start to think about it, no, he's my man. It's done. I've done the work. I've created a scene. So you've either done a visual that implies that you're together. If you can't visualize, imagine a friend saying, oh my God, Linda, you and your SP are so happy together. And you're like, oh my God, we're so in love. He treats me so nicely. I love how this makes me feel. Okay. Getting into that feeling that it's done, or scripting as if you had a day together, or you're writing a letter to a relative that doesn't know your situation. You're, oh my God, me and my SP, we're so happy together. That means it's done. The only time it takes a long time is because when people do those little things and they're affirming for their self-concept, I'm good enough, he loves me, blah, 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 blah. And you are focusing more on yourself and knowing that the connection is done, that it's a done deal. That's when it comes in quicker. But the more you're going over the lack energy, he's not here, when's it going to happen, how's it going to happen, blah, 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 blah. He did this, he said that, he said he didn't want to contact me, etc. That is what's causing the time delay. It's not that you can't have him, you can have him. It's just that you're not quite in the energy of it's done. You're still a little bit in the energy of, well, how's it going to happen, when's it going to happen, what's he thinking and feeling about me, and the old story still. So still work to put in, my lovely. You've got to believe. Like this card for me is always the believing card. Just like this little girl. Okay, and think of it now, Christmas. It's Christmas time. All those children that still believe in Father Christmas are writing their Father Christmas lists. They believe in Father Christmas 100%. They're not writing their list saying, oh, I better not put a Barbie house because Santa might not have room on his sleigh, or it may be too much for the elves to make, or whatever. No, I'm having a Barbie house. It's going on my list. And they get into that excitement about Santa bringing them a Barbie house. That's how you should be in the energy of. It's a done deal. We're so happy together. If you're in the lack energy, it's going to take longer. So I hope that that makes sense. So many of my clients, or so many people who just pick up on my videos, learn the surface level stuff of the manifesting, but they don't go deeper. They don't do the work on themselves. They don't think that everybody is then pushed out. They think that people are separate to them. Okay, and so they're not seeing what they want. It's taking longer. You've got to really change yourself in order to see other people change and act differently towards you. Yes, end of. It is done. Ooh, hot. Addison or Tanya, I will give you the pleasure. Oh, Addison got there. I just said, fuck my life. Here we bloody go. Hello and welcome, Maddie, and I speak my truth. I am fine, my lovely. The prices are in the description box below for you to choose which reading you want. And then just put your question in the PayPal payment. My lovely. Maddie, do you mean a video reading? If you go in the description box further down, you will see where you can book me for readings. Ah, there you go. Addison's pasted it for you. Okay. I speak my truth. Let's have a look. What does Spirit want me to know about what I'm going through? Okay. I speak my truth. Right. Back it up here. Now we do have several cards that are showing me here. Let's group them up here. Right. Okay. No, that way around. Right. Okay. So whatever situation you're going in, okay, there is this sense of attachment to it. She's chained to this post, okay, and on here the devil card, which is your lower vibrational energies, she's chained to the devil here. Better the devil, I know. So you're not you're attached to the outcome, you're attached to perhaps the situation, the problem, the circumstance, or a person, okay. So it may be because of no contact. This can come out as being left out in the cold, but also this can come out as cutting your nose off to spite your face, because you know you're assuming that there's nobody in this house, so it's freezing cold, you're walking past, but round the back the lights are all on, there's a big party, okay, but you're assuming because there's no lights on at the front, nobody's home. So spirit brings this out when it's a case of cutting your nose off to spite your face. Now you're making things harder than they actually need to be, spirit is saying. It may be because you self-sabotage a lot. It may be that you are thinking it's a hopeless case. You know, it can be a number of destructive thoughts. It can be just that you think that it's a hopeless case, like I say. So a lot of lower vibrational energy that you're in, which is not helping you to see a way out of it. So the way out of it is, spirit is saying, you're quite close to getting what you want. You've come through the worst, these dark mountains. You've only got this little ladder to go before you're in your new beginning. You're out of the dark into the light. So you haven't got far to go. You just need to remain more balanced. Okay, rest and rejuvenation. So perhaps doing meditation. Put on a meditation thing. Put on self-concept affirmations. Chilling out, going for a walk in nature, getting more grounded, getting more balanced. Again here, the temperance card, being patient, okay? What goes around will come around, okay? Going with the flow, again, being patient, being balanced here. Things will work out for you if you put the work in. Now, the magician for me, you know, you will have your victory and success, but the magician is also for me, you know, what you think, your thoughts become things in the 3D. What you keep thinking about, you're thinking about the problem and the sort of the worst case scenario. So you're going to keep seeing that. When you focus on what you want, you will get what you want, but you need to put the work in. You can either make it hard work or you can make it easier by just focusing on what you do want, balancing yourself, and then you will have your victory and success. So this energy that you're currently in is not doing you any good. You need to shift out of that energy. Okay? It is my other channel, which Addison has linked up above, is all about how when you change your thoughts, how you think and feel about yourself, how you think and feel about other people, your situation will change. You're the one keeping it in place, because where you focus, put your focus on, it grows. You're giving it energy. You're giving all this shit and hopelessness, all the energy of it being a hopeless case. So it's going to be hopeless. When you shift your energy to what they're saying over here and what my other channel talks about, you will see a change. It may not happen overnight. It may still take a couple of weeks. It may take a couple of days. It could take a couple of months. But there's no one to change but self. Your outside world is a reflection of you. And your thoughts are way in the low vibrational energy. So you're not seeing what you want because you're too attached. You're too I need to control this. It's like a seed. If you want a seed to grow, you can't keep it in your hand saying that you want to control it, because it will die in your hand. Okay, you've got to let it go and put it in the ground for it to grow, and keep watering it with positive intentions instead of letting the weeds kill it off with your negative intentions. I hope it makes sense to you. It's certainly not hopeless. You can get out of it. Well, perhaps that's why they're telling you to do meditations. You know, if you're hearing screaming from spirit, you can tell those spirit, you know, ask Archangel Michael to protect you, take the voices away. You can tell the voices to go away. You know, your thoughts and what you're hearing, what you're dwelling on, is keeping you stuck to it. And if you think it's hard, if you keep saying it's hard, it's going to be hard. You know what? This is easy for me. Change the way you're thinking about it. Maddie, if you're on about a reading, then if it's face to face, when you pay for whichever reading you want, if it's a channeled message, don't get a video, don't do face to face. Okay, with a channeled message, just I prefer doing them as recorded because you can listen back to them. If it's just a relationship reading or a general reading, then that's fine. If it's Skype, then well, either Skype or FaceTime is fine. Just let me know the time, you know, when I know where you are because of the time zones. Then, you know, give me some times, your time and days that you're free, and then I can fit in around that when I'm free. Addison, those one-to-one sessions though aren't the that is for mentoring, not a card reading, don't forget. I think Maddie wants a card reading, not a mentoring session. Saba, there is no list, my lovely. This is paid readings only tonight. The mentoring is for helping you to shift your energy so that you can get the outcome you want. When you get a tarot reading, you can get 1,000,000 tarot readings, but until you put the work in and shift how you're thinking about it and how you view life, you're not going to see the changes. So with the mentoring, it helps. It's like with my other channel, it's all about helping you to shift your energies and shift how you think and feel about yourself and people around you, so that you can, or your specific person, so that you can start to see the changes that you want. Because if you think that they're the one that's got to do it all, you're always going to be disappointed. They're just acting the part you've given them. Night, Tanya, my lovely. Sleep well. Mind the bed bugs don't bite. And thank you for your help this evening. Okay, Saba, my lovely, what is your question? Then Maddie, the link that Addison did put in would be relevant. So Addison will probably do that for you in a moment. But again, you know, if you do put the mentor in, then let me know times, dates, and we can arrange a time to do it. Saba, we can't see your question yet, my lovely. If you've posted it, then we're not seeing it. It could be because you've got words in there that YouTube doesn't like. I do have a lot of blocked words on my channel because of a lot of spam. So just paste it in bits. Do it in bits so that we get the gist of what your question is. Okay, what is the initial of the person that you're referring to, whose energy you want me to tap into? Because you may have had lots of previous relationships. Ah, okay. Right. Spirit is saying straight away, they will never tell you which relationship to choose. It's your choice. So if you give me the, excuse me, if you give me the initial of both, I will look at both. The energies surrounding both people. I have to go by an initial or a star sign to link in with that energy. Okay, and what's the initial of the new one? Okay. Oh, excuse me. Right, turn around a bit. I'm getting a bit twisted. Right. And who's the other one? KJ. Okay. Saba, my lovely. The choice is yours. With your previous ex, okay. he is struggling with things in his life at the moment, or in his feelings. There may be a situation he's in that he's struggling with, or it could just be his inner turmoil here. There's very much the connection still between you. This is like my Two of Cups. Okay, so he is definitely thinking about you. He sees, he feels that you've got a future together, even though, you know, being in separation for 3 years, or however long, sorry, you went out with him for 3 years, sorry. Then it doesn't matter how long you've been in no contact, or perhaps you are in contact. Things need to be more balanced between you, okay? For you, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you, okay? Your energies. You can have your rebirth with him, but he triggers the fuck out of you, okay? You react. He presses your buttons, it triggers you, and you would need to deal with why you get triggered with him, so that you don't react, you don't argue, you don't, you know, react here. So yes, you could be with him, but you would need to really work through your trigger points, the old story. You have to kill off the old story and focus on what you do want to be seeing. Now with the new one, again, you know, this is, he believes in the connection. He's fairly chilled about it. You know, it is a journey that the two of you can take together if you want. You can put down roots together. It's in your hands. Your emotional security is in your hands, not either one of these. So now with this person, there is, you may be messaging a lot, and look at how you're coming across, because there's codependent behavior here. Either you've put him on your pedestal, so he's above you, you're making him a priority in your life, you know, he messages, you jump. It may be that he's doing it to you, he's blowing up your phone all the time, but there's this codependent sort of, so it may be that you feel with this one is that, yeah, he's okay, but he's a little bit needy, like a puppy dog. So the choice is yours. The choice is yours. If you want to bring your ex back energetically, you have to change the old story. And Addison has put my other channel in the description box below for you to start changing your energy out of the old story to the new. Because, you know, the connection between you hasn't gone. And if you, to be honest, if you weren't interested in him, you would not be asking about him either, Spirit is saying. So in your heart, you know that he is the one you want. But there's a lot of 3D stuff that triggers you and has caused problems that you need to deal with in your head. Your thoughts create what happens. Okay? They can't, because your thoughts create. They're not going to tell you which one. People get married thinking it's the right one, but then you either react to things that they're doing, or you start to believe things about yourself. I'm not good enough. I'm not pretty enough. I don't trust that person. They've got this problem. They've got that problem. And your thoughts create that problem. Your thoughts become things in the 3D. So Spirit is saying you can have either of these people. How long they last is up to your thoughts. If you're always in that, this is a beautiful relationship, I feel so loved by this person, it's going to last a long, long time. But if you start self-sabotaging, or you start reacting and you're being triggered by that person, you're going to build up resentment, you're going to build up a whole horrible story, and it's going to fall apart. People just conform to the thoughts you're giving. So that's why Spirit will not tell you which one to go, because your thoughts are changing all the time. So follow your heart. What is your heart telling you? I know when my logical brain comes in, my heart says, no, 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 no. Okay? I know by my feeling state. So put it this way. If this new person turned around to you and said, Saba, I want to marry you. Forget about your ex. I want to marry you. What would your heart say? No, 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 no. Or is it, yeah, that's fine. I'll marry you. Your heart will tell you. Your heart is your true sat-nav, your true compass. Right, I don't think there's anybody else lined up for a reading. Is there anybody who's watching that is thinking about getting a reading before I come off? If there's not, then I will come off, as it is 10 o'clock in the evening here. How are you, Addison, anyway? Are you okay, my little chickadee? Well, there you go. You've just answered your question. Yeah, he certainly seems more balanced. Good, good, Addison. Yes, it's already done. You've done all the work. You just have to keep saying to yourself, no, you know what? I'm happily and blissfully living with him. I feel so happy and loved by him. It feels so good that we're together. Those sort of thoughts now when you think about him. Yes, Saba. So at the end of the day, you can get anybody back in your life. So see how you get on with the new person. Stop putting obstacles in the way. What is your heart telling you? Follow it. Like I say, people get married and it doesn't work out. So, it's not set in stone. That's why Spirit will never tell you, because you can change your thoughts. Yes, the mentoring certainly made the penny drop for Stormy. It was like, boom, now I get it. And the PDF stuff as well really helped her. Yeah, she is. Right, okay. Nobody has piped up saying that they are thinking about a reading or whatever. So if there is nobody else who wants a paid reading, then I will bail out. Yes, you are really good at supporting each other. And it's nice that you've made friends with each other as well. Right then, my lovelies, I will call it a day, as nobody else has piped up saying that they are thinking of paying, or whoa, wait, I'm paying. So I will go. Right, Addison, thank you so much for being the moderator tonight and with Tanya. And also, thank you for all of you who did pay for readings, and I hope it's helped. Love and light.